Hello, I am Mrs. Rhea. I am your maths teacher, as you already know. In today's lesson, we are going to look at multiples and fractions. First of all, what are multiples? Okay, multiples of numbers are numbers that you obtain when you multiply certain numbers with natural numbers. What do I mean by natural numbers? Natural numbers are the counting numbers that we use to count, starting from 1 all the way up. Okay, we'll look at the first multiples of a number, and this number is 3. I'll look at the first 8 multiples of 3. Okay, let's start with 3. Okay, 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 6 is 18, 3 times 7 is 21, and 3 times 8 is 24. These are the first 8 multiples of 3. Let's look at the first multiples of 4. We'll look at the first 8 multiples of 4. So we start with 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 8 is 32. Okay, so the first 8 multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, and 32. Now, the next thing that we are going to look at is to find the lowest common multiple of 6 and 3 and 4. Okay, lowest common multiple of 3 and 4. Now, to find the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4, we are going to circle all the multiples of 3 and 4. 3, 4, there's nothing common. 6 and 8, they are not common. 9 is not common, but 12 is a common multiple of 4 and 3. Now, let's look at another multiple of 3 and 4 that is common. I think we have 24 years. 24 is another common multiple of 3 and 4. Now, the LCM, or the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4, is 12, because 12 is the lowest multiple that is common to both 3 and 4. So, LCM of 3 and 4 is equal to 12. Now, we are going to go straight to fractions. We will add and subtract fractions. But when we add and subtract fractions with different denominators, that's when we are going to use the lowest common multiple. Okay, let's look at the example. 1 over 4 plus 2 over 4. Okay, when we are adding fractions with the same denominator, we only add or subtract the numerators. The numbers at the top in a fraction is called the numerator, and the number at the bottom is called the denominator. So in this one, same denominator, so we leave 4 as it is, and we add the numerators, 1 plus 2, and that gives us 3 over 4. So same as subtraction. I have 2 over 5 minus 1 over 5, okay? Let's look at this fraction. You can see that they have the same denominator but different numerators, but the numerators are the ones that we are going to subtract. So we leave the numerator 5 as it is, denominator 5 as it is, and we subtract the numerators. 2 minus 1, and that gives us 1 over 5. That is very easy. To add and subtract fractions with the same denominators, it is easy. You only add or subtract the numerators. Now, how do we add and subtract fractions with different denominators? Let's see. For an example here, we have 1 over 3 plus 3 over 4. Now, we have the denominators 3 and 4. They are different. So I am going to find the lowest common denominator of 3 and 4, which we have already done in the example above. So the lowest common denominator is the same as the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4, which is 12. So I put 12 as my denominator. I divide 12 each time by each denominator. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So I have 4 times 1. I multiply the numerator by the number that I got when I divided 12 by 3. Now, then I put a plus sign. This plus sign here, I'll have to put it down. And then I divide 12 by the second fraction. 12 divided by the denominator of the second fraction. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So I multiply the 3 by the numerator of the second fraction. So I have 4 plus 9 over 12. Now, my answer is 13 over 12. I have a big problem here because my numerator is larger than the denominator. It is called an improper fraction. I am going to simplify that into a mixed number. How do I do that? I divide the numerator by the denominator, and I write that number down. 13 divided by 12 is 1. How many remainders? 1 remainder, so I put that 1 over the denominator 12. So 13 over 12 as a mixed number is 1 and 1 over 12. Now, let's go to the next one. This time we are going to subtract fractions with different denominators. Okay, let's look at the fraction 2 over 5 minus 1 over 10. Let's look at the lowest common denominator of 5 and 10. The lowest common denominator of 5 and 10 is 10. So I put that over 10. Then I divide 10 by 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 2 minus 10 divided by 10 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So I have 4 minus 1 over 10. And my answer is 3 over 10. For this one, it is a fraction which cannot be changed because it is a proper fraction, whereby the numerator is smaller than the denominator. Okay, so my answer is 3 on 10. Okay, that brings us to the end of our lesson. In our next lesson, we are going to look at multiplication and division of fractions. Thank you.